Are we in a bubble, and will there be a crash? Well, I'm here to tell you folks that the last 2 to 3 years, the recession we've seen in the pricing is as close as you're going to get to a bubble in Toronto, likely in my lifetime. Here's why. We have a housing shortage in Toronto, and neither the municipal, the provincial, nor the federal government are doing anything to address that housing shortage. In fact, we had 300,000 new residents to Toronto last year, and that is not slowing down. Over the last 5 years, this real estate market has dealt with a global pandemic. It's dealt with the provincial and the federal governments flushing so much money into the system that inflation ran rampant. The Bank of Canada, to deal with the inflation, jacked up the cost of borrowing 350 basis points in 5 quarters. That is an unprecedented rise in the cost of borrowing and drove out a huge pool of buyers from the marketplace. As if to double down on that, the federal government then removes all foreign ownership from the equation. So now foreigners cannot buy in Canada, removing another big pool of buyers from the equation. As if to compound this, the municipal government wants to get into this taxation business, so tax basically everything that moves. If you sell a house over $3 million, there's an additional tax. If you have a house that's vacant, there's going to be a tax. We're going to increase your property taxes. We're going to increase the land transfer taxes. And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to ban Airbnbs so that, you know what, you can't figure out a way to pay for these things, thus also removing a pool of investors from the equation. After all of these things, what did Toronto see? We saw a reduction in prices of around 15%. Folks, this is as close to a crash as you're ever going to see.